Sairam students, today we are going to continue with this chapter, The Mouse, chapter number 10. So all of you be ready with a pen and a notebook to write all the important points that we are going to discuss today.
Like a haunted beast, breaking cover and dashing madly towards some other haven of momentary safety, he threw aside his rug and struggled frantically into his disheveled garments.
Now students, here the word haven means secured place. Then the word disheveled means very untidy. Then the word frantically means in a hurried.
Now students, here we understand that Theodoric behaved like a monster, and the rug that he used to cover himself he pushed aside and he rushed towards a haven, means a safe place, and in hurried manner he wore his disheveled garments, that is untidy garments.
He was conscious of dull suburban station, racing past the window of a choking hammering sensation in his throat and heart, and of an icy silence in that corner towards which he dared not look. Now students, here in these lines we understand that Theodoric was extremely in fear when the train was crossing all the local stations, as he observed from the window. As he saw the station was nearing, his heartbeat increased. There was a hammering sensation in his throat, means in extreme fear he was unable to speak anything, and of an icy silence in that corner towards which he dared not look, means that the lady was silently sitting in the corner and Theodoric did not have enough courage to look at her. Now let's read further. Then, as he sank back in his seat, clothed and almost delirious, the train slowed down to a final crawl, and the woman spoke. "Would you be so kind," she asked, "as to get me a porter to put me into a cab? It's a shame to trouble you when you are feeling unwell, but being blind makes one so helpless." Now students, here the word delirious means extremely anxious. Then the word porter means a person employed to carry luggage and other loads, especially in a railway station, airport, hotel or market. Here in this paragraph we understand, before the station arrives, Theodoric wore his clothes and he sat silently in his seat, and now the train slowed down as they reached the station, and as soon as the train stopped, the woman asked him to get her a porter so as to put her into a cab. Then she further added, it is a shame to trouble him, as during the journey
Theodoric told her that he was suffering from malaria. When the woman said, "Being blind makes one so helpless," at that very moment Theodoric understood he was so self-absorbed that he did not realize throughout the journey that his companion could not see, and he worried over nothing.
Now students, let us quickly revise whatever we have understood in this chapter. Theodoric's mother was fond of him and she had sheltered him from the harsh realities of life. One morning, Theodoric wants to travel. While traveling, he discovers that there is a mouse climbing up the leg of his pants. Theodoric was traveling on a train and his compartment was occupied by a co-passenger who happened to be a sleeping woman. Now, as the mouse wiggled its way into his clothing, Theodoric realized that the only way to free
the mouse was to remove his clothing. However, he could not do so because of the woman in his compartment. And then finally, he hung a rug as the makeshift curtain in his compartment, behind which he removed his clothes and freed himself of the mouse. However, the escaping mouse caused the rug to fall, waking the woman and revealing Theodoric in a semi-clothed state. Theodoric was so ashamed that he picked up the rug and held it to his chin, and he moved back into the corner of the carriage, assuming that the lady might say something. But she stared silently at him. Though he tried to cover up by giving excuses that he had caught a chill and further ignored her request to open the window and to reach down to get her brandy, he was not particularly amused at the woman's response when she came to know about the mouse in his clothes. When they were nearing their destination, Theodoric threw off the rug and quickly pulled on his clothes, feeling embarrassed. As they arrived at the station, the woman asked him to get her a porter to help her to get a cab, as she was blind. Overall, in this chapter, we understand Waller had been so self-absorbed that he had not realized that his companion could not see and that he worried over nothing. Now students, let us start with the value point of this chapter. You can read these value points or you can note down these value points in your rough book, as this will help you all to write question and answers. Now, there's an error here. This will be your first point followed by the next point. Keep on writing these points, students. Now students, let's start with reference to the context. So all of you can note down this reference to the context in your notebook. Now here we are going to refer these lines. Crimsoning to the hue of a beetroot and keeping a worried watch on his fellow traveller, he swiftly and noiselessly tied the ends of his railway rug to the racks on the either side of the carriage. Now here the first question is, who was crimsoning? Why? Now can you think of the correct answer? Yes, students, you can note down this answer. Theodoric was crimsoning because he was nervous and he had got partially rid of his clothes. Now the next question is, why was this person keeping a worried watch on his fellow traveller? Now note down these answers, students. Theodoric was keeping a worried watch over his fellow traveller because He did wanted to get rid of the mouse. He did not want the lady and himself to be uncomfortable and face an awkward situation. Now, let's move ahead. Here, the next question is, why did the person tie ends of his railway rug to the racks? Now, can you think of the correct answer, student? Yes, the correct answer is Theodoric tied the ends of his railway rugs to the racks and made a partial dressing room to himself in the railway compartment. He did this to create a partial screen to get rid of the mouse. I hope students you all have noted this reference to the context in your notebook. Now let's move ahead. Now students, let's start with the vocabulary topic which is there in your textbook in page number 104, that is anagram. An anagram is a play on words created by rearranging the letters of the original words to make a new word or phrase. They are great play on words. Now students, during your pre-primary, you must have played puzzle, or even today, you all must have played game of rearranging words or letters, right? So, what exactly is anagram? It is rearranging the letters to form another word or phrase that makes sense. Anagram can be seen in some crossword puzzles and games and so on. Like for example, here the word given is arc. Now, from this word arc, we can form another word which makes sense, like car, right? Then the next example is elbow. Now from this word elbow, we can form another word like below, correct? Then the next word is state. Now from the word state, we can form another word which makes sense like taste, right? Now students, let us start with this exercise which is there in your textbook in page number 104. Now, match these words in column A with their anagram in column B. Now here the first word is cosmic. So can you think of the right answer, student? Yes, cosmic will be comics, right? So you will write this answer in your textbook itself. Then the next is star. So star, the right answer will be rats, right? Then the next is rotates. So the right answer for rotates will be toaster, correct? Then the next is sub. That's very easy. The answer will be bus, right? Then the next is dusty. Now the right answer for dusty will be study, correct? Then the next is spare. That's very easy. Spare will be pears, right? So keep on writing the correct answer, student. Then the next is heart. So heart will be earth, right? Now let's move ahead. Form an anagram with these words. Now we can form interesting words from these words, right? Now the first is read. Can you think what can we make from read? Yes, we can form deer. Isn't it interesting? Then is trout. From trout we can form tutor, right? Then is potter. From potter we can form an interesting word like report, correct? Now keep on writing this, students, in your textbook itself. Then the next is kin. Now very interesting word we can form from this. Can you think of it? Yes, ink, right? Then the next is resist. From resist we can form a beautiful word like sister, right? Then the next is polo. From polo, we can form word like pool. Then the next is peach. From peach, we can form a word like sheep, correct? Then is stew. From stew, we can form an interesting word like west, right? Isn't it interesting? Then is flea. From flea, again we can form an interesting word like leaf, right? Then is tone. Something interesting which you are doing now. You are noting, right? So the word will be note. From tone, we can form the word note. Now, let's move ahead. Now, students, let's learn compound words. Compound words, they are formed when two or more words are joined together to create a new words that make a sense and has an entirely new meaning. Like for example, the word sun and flower. We can form a compound word like sunflower. Let me give you one more example. A word basket and ball. And we can form a compound word like basketball. Now students, anagrams are a great way to make a commentary about a particular subject. In fact, that is the actual purpose and intent. More creative way to use anagram is to make them relevant to the original word or phrase. Now, let's look at the example. Here the word given is debit card. So, the anagram will be bad credit. Isn't it interesting? Then, the next is schoolmaster. Now, form an anagram for this. Yes, it will be the classroom. Then, the next is the eyes. The eyes will be they see. Then, the next example is Statue of Liberty. Now see, a very interesting anagram. Built to stay free. Match these words to form compound words. Now this exercise is there in page number 105. Now here we need to form compound words. Now the first is fire. Now can you think of the correct answer, student? Yes, fire will be fireman, right? Then the next is skate. Now form a compound word with skate. Yes, it will be skateboard, right? Then the next is basket. Yes, basket will be basketball, right? Keep on writing the answers, students, in your textbook itself. Then the next is earth. So form a compound word with earth. Earth will be earthquake, right? Then the next is sun. So sun will be sunlight, right? Then the next is thunder. So from thunder, form a word, a compound word. Thunder will be thundercloud, right? Then the next is life. So life will be lifetime, right? Then the next is silver. Now form a compound word with silver. Yes, with silver it will be silver fish, right? Then the next is bath. So form a compound word with bath. It will be bathtub, right? Then the next is air. Now air is very simple. Airport, isn't it? Now students, with this we have completed our chapter as well as vocabulary. So now it's time for assignment. As you all know, you will be getting a link. You need to complete your assignment and then click on submit button. Alright, see you again. Sai Ram.